Hello, I'm Ben Smith of Big Ben Products. For those of you who haven't heard of us, we originally started out making coloured liquid chalk, followed by these things, which are our most popular product at the moment, nose napalm. And we do have the Big Daddy, which is Revive the Dead, the strongest smelling aid on the market as far as we're aware. As with most of my products, I create them mainly for myself as a strongman athlete, and then I put them on the market because I believe they're good enough to benefit everyone. When I was asked if I could develop a stimulant based one, I created this one, which is currently being reviewed. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the review. Cheers.
Okay guys, welcome back to the supplement review. Now, today we're testing a product called Predominate. Now this is by a guy called Big Ben. Big Ben Products is a strongman company. I think Big Ben himself is a strongman competitor. Big Ben Products are primarily known for their accessories. They make some of the most vicious smelling salts I've ever tried, and they also apparently make chalk and I think a few other accessories you can find on their website. Predominate is their first attempt at making a supplement which is particularly aimed at strong men and people competing in strength sports. Now, we've sent out samples to members of the public, so we're going to be getting their opinion, and we've got a really wide range for this review, from competing strong men down through amateurs, just through people who enjoy strength training, and you're going to get a real wide cross-section of opinion on this product. We've also got expert formula analysis from Richard Foster, owner of Strom Sports Nutrition, former strongman competitor and bodybuilder, so that's going to be interesting. Now, first of all, we're going to hear from the public about what they thought of Big Ben Products Predominate pre-workout.
First off the bat, it's mixed really well. I've not had to use a shaker. It's quite sharp, quite a tangy, almost like sour sweets, but it's nice. It's not unbearable. It's quite a pleasant aftertaste. So yeah, I would say 7 out of 10 on the taste. Mixability, I'd give it a good 8 or 9, easy.
Predominate. See what it tastes like. No. Pretty disgusting, if I'm honest. I can't be positive about it. Mix is great. Mix is really great, but so I'm like 10 minutes in and I want to rip my face off.
So today we're going to be trying the Predominate that Tariq sent. Nice blue colour. Mixes pretty well. It's a very sour blue raspberry taste. It's quite like.
So I've just trained this morning using the Predominate pre-workout provided by the supplement review. I'm not a big fan of blue raspberry, so the flavour to me was wasted. Literally, you might as well give me shite in a glass.
The thoughts on the actual taste, not strong as some pre-workouts. However, for 25 grams, it went down really well. Mixed really good, and it was smooth in the texture.
So it's just a quick test of the Big Ben Products Predominate. So going into this, didn't know what actual flavour it was. Still not 100% sure. One thing I would say is there's no graininess. It is quite smooth, there's no bits, but taste-wise, nothing spectacular.
Taste test. A little sharp edge to it. Did brush my teeth about 5 minutes ago, so it doesn't help. Fairly pleasant. I've had better, I've had worse. Took the Big Ben Products Predominate about 25-30 minutes ago now. It's insane. Fucking focus, tunnel vision, like, woo! My skin is crawling. The beta-alanine tingles are in. My neck is, driving along was interesting. If there is no insane crash, which I'm hoping there isn't, it's gonna be a fucking winner. I can't wait. Let's go get some pop.
Mixed really well, smooth, wasn't gritty or anything. like a sour raspberry flavour. That got the thumbs up from me.
It mixed quite well. It was quite a fruity taste.
Mixability, no lumps and bumps, so that's always good. Flavour wise, I think it's okay. Nothing, I wouldn't say it's amazing, but I don't also expect anything too tasty from a pre-workout. So easy down, and no nasty surprises.
James Allwinkle from Kitchen Strongman. Really enjoyed the flavour. It was really nice, sour raspberry flavour. It mixed well. Just shake it a bit, and it mixed really well. No grit, nothing.
So I've just finished my workout, having used the Predominate. I was really happy with the results. I've had a really good workout. I'm currently training for a strongman competition at the end of February. I was motivated throughout, focus was fantastic, and you could definitely feel everything doing what it was meant to do. Yeah, you did get the tingles, and yeah, there was a burst of energy from the caffeine, but along with, you know, the citrulline and the electrolyte matrix and the other ingredients, it really helped me push through a workout. Pump wise, with strength training, I don't like a skin tearing pump. It's uncomfortable when you're trying to really focus through a movement with a decent working weight. I was really impressed, so absolutely I would buy it again. Value, I think it's fantastic. As I said, yeah, absolutely great. Really loved it. Absolutely would take it again.
So Predominate didn't have some great effects on me. Mostly negative. Hot flush, sweaty from the word go, and shakes. I'm still shaking now. Yeah.
Energy was there, focus was there. Generally, all around, all right. I'm just not a fan of the flavour. It mixed well, but flavour's not for me. It was tart, and anything blue raspberries a waste on me. It's just not great. If it was a different flavour, I'd probably think about buying it.
So I've tried the Predominate a couple of times now. So my thoughts, effects wise, I really enjoyed it. It was a nice big dose of alpha GPC. Really good focus the whole way through. Pumps on it were pretty good. Energy was good, and endurance was pretty good. So yeah, I really enjoyed the product, and it's probably one I would probably look to buy.
Gave me amazing pumps. Felt really good in it, really strong all the way throughout a 2 hour plus workout. Good energy, no crashes. However, you'd have to do like a type of bodybuilding type of workout. Can't do any strength training on it. It did make my skin feel itchy, and I did feel jittery throughout it. Would I buy it? I would buy it, but I'd use it solely for bodybuilding type of workout and not really for any strength or strongman type of workouts.
So post-workout now, after using the Predominate by Big Ben, yeah, it's not one that I would look to use again. I also definitely wouldn't purchase it myself. In the way of effect from it, to be honest, it was as if I hadn't taken a pre-workout. No real sort of sign, whether that's through energy or that little kick.
Predominate is a fucking winner. Really good, really good pre-workout. Kept me focused throughout. Really good energy, really good strength. Whether I can attribute it to the pre-workout or not, but every single lift was a PB. But every lift went up, everything was improved, everything felt great, minus the little niggles, and I got a fucking savage pump. I thought my chest was going to tear off at one point. And given how pigeon-chested I actually am, that is a great feeling. I know there's some growth happening there. So Big Ben products, Predominate, absolutely savage, love it.
Kicked off about 20 minutes into taking it down. The session was quality, worked at a really high intensity. Quite an unparalleled level of focus. I've not experienced that before. Obviously this is the first time that I've used it. I'm always one for giving it at least 2-3 weeks to see if it kind of that effect continues, but for me it's a thumbs up. I'd recommend it. Probably going to look at getting some for myself, but yeah, all around good pre-workout, did the job, tasted well, mixed well, nice texture. thumbs up from me.
Skin was itching within like 10-15 minutes. But as far as workout goes, about 5 minutes into the workout, I felt really sick. That kind of sick feeling continued throughout the workout. Energy was still good, performance was good, but I didn't rate it just on that kind of sicky feeling.
In terms of training output, I'm sitting on the fence. Tried it twice. No real noticed extra level of mental focus. No real massive energy boost. A big win for me was that there was no real come down afterwards. So it did give me some sort of uplift, but nothing drastic. My comparison, unfortunately, it's been with. I've been using Primal. I'm not quite sure what I'm expecting, but I think my comparison was based on that, and in honesty, I've just not been that impressed. So for me, I wouldn't be rushing to go and buy it. That's not to say that it's not better than a lot of those products that are out on the market right now. So a little bit 50-50 for me, I'm afraid.
I felt really focused when after I'd had it. I've more focused than I'd been with other products that I've tried. So that was brilliant. I think I shall probably try and get some for myself in the future and give it a go a bit longer, but it's really good.
Now, we've also got a video from Richard Foster. He is former strongman competitor, owner of Strom Sports Nutrition, somebody who knows a lot about this particular area of training. He's going to give his thoughts on the formula from Predominate pre-workout.
My name's Rick from Strom Sports Nutrition, and this is the supplement review. Tariq has asked me to have a look at the formula for Big Ben's Predominate. It's an interesting product. I know Ben personally. I haven't spoken to him in quite some time, but I have competed with him years ago. And I think unfortunately this is a case of where someone or people should stick to what they're good at. Ben makes the best smelling salts, chalk and strongman related stuff of that nature that I know of. And that he's really good at. Pre-workouts require a little bit more knowledge of what's going on under the surface, I think, and what it looks like he's done is get a collection of ingredients from pre-workouts that he likes, throw them together and hope that it hits the spot. The product is supposed to be aimed at strongmen, but it's got things like L-norvaline in. Now, L-norvaline is an arginase inhibitor. When you produce arginine, when your body produces arginine, which converts to nitric oxide, it also produces arginase, and the function of arginase is to break down nitric oxide to keep everything balanced and to maintain homeostasis. L-norvaline is one of the worst ingredients I could possibly think of to put in a pre-workout designed for strongmen, but this has got a serving of that in. You have got alpha-GPC, which is an ingredient I really like. You haven't got any novel stimulants in there. You've got no jugglans, no like borderline DMHAs, no PEAs. There's nothing in there that's going to really get you going. And I've done strongman. I know strongmen. You need the big lads. You need something with a kick. So I don't think it's going to hit the spot there either. The other curious thing I found when looking at the tub is that it's a 25-gram serving size, and it suggests 1 to 3 scoops, but the scoops are 10 grams. I'm not brilliant at maths, but 1, 2 or 3 scoops at 10 grams, none of those combinations add up to 25 grams. It's not the worst pre-workout you could buy. It's probably fit for purpose. The flavour is pretty poor. It's a generic blue raspberry. I don't feel it's been thought out by someone who understands the intricacies and mechanisms of the ingredients that are in there. It's not the worst product I've seen, but it's certainly not one that I'd recommend buying. I think if you're a strongman, there are much better products on the market, like Primal AF.
Okay, so the only thing left is to give you my opinion. Now, I took this for a week. I should say straight away that I'm not a strongman competitor, but I do enjoy strength training, and I think most of my training recently has been based around that. I thought it was relatively good as a pre-workout. Didn't deliver massive pumps for me, but on its own, it did kind of get you to where you needed to be. Having spoken to Rich and having heard his breakdown of the analysis, that seems to be a little bit more perhaps by accident the design, but what they've come up with is still a product that works. So if you are somebody who is strength training on the lower levels, if you are somebody who is just like me, you're going to the gym, you want to do powerlifting training, or you want to do something small like 5x5s or 3-2-1s, this kind of product probably will help you with your pre-workout. There are better, more specialist products out there, and you've heard Richard talk about them. I know Team Affinity is a brand that is primarily designed for strongmen and power athletes. We've reviewed their pre-workout on this channel before, and I'm sure if you check down through the reviews, you can find it on our YouTube channel. Now, one thing that I do think has to be kept in mind is that this is a first attempt. A lot of people don't get it 100% right the first time, but yeah, there are some positive things to say about this. I'm not a particular fan of the taste, but then again, I hate blue raspberry. The dosing information that's contained on the label is particularly confusing, and I'll switch the camera stance in a minute and I'll show you. Okay, now one of the things that's pretty obvious when you start looking at the labeling for this is that the dosing information is very confused. And now I know Big Ben knows about this because he messaged me about it, but it is fair to point out. So when we have a closer look at the label, so I'll hold this up here. It talks about beginner users, intermediate users, and advanced users. 1 scoop, 2 scoops, 3 scoops. Now the scoop that they give you is 10 grams. As Richard notes in his part of the review, the serving size is 25 grams. So obviously you've got a scoop that doesn't quite match the serving sizes, and you've got advice that doesn't quite match the servings either. So the label as a whole is a little bit confused. There are definitely some issues to sort out with the formula. Some of the dosing, from my mind, is a little bit random. 4 grams of beta-alanine, for example, 250 milligrams of L-tyrosine. I mean, you've got things in there like taurine at 2 grams, so you are going to get a pump element, which I think, you know, for strongman training is actually something that works against you. So overall, it's a little bit of a confused formula. It doesn't really know which direction it's pulling in with some of its ingredients, but the end result is certainly for lower level competitors a product that will help you in your strongman training. It's not without any merit. Some of the ingredient choices in here are very good. As Richard said, alpha GPC is a great ingredient. I like the caffeine dosing in this, and I've got to say I think 2.5 scoops works out to 25 grams. I enjoyed my workouts on it. So it's not terrible, it's not bad for a first go, but it is a little bit confused and it doesn't really know what it wants to be. Hopefully, I know Big Ben's got plans to reformulate this and to put a new formula into the market this year, so hopefully that one will have a little bit more cohesion and it'll have synergistic ingredients. But yeah, that's my review of Big Ben's Predominate. See you guys in the next review.